Well, I'm Jason Blake. I live in Hawaii. I had gone to college right out of high school, but it wasn't really the right fit, and I wasn't really ready, and I had some emotional stuff going on, and kind of after the crash, the 2008 crash, I was doing some soul searching, and what I realized was, one of the things that was out there was my education, and I kind of thought, well, I want to make this whole. I promised myself I'd finish college, and once I started looking, UIS was kind of a perfect fit. Barbara Cass, who was my online coordinator, of course there were the details, but she was probably the reason that I ended up going to University of Illinois Springfield online, and she supported me all the way through graduation.
For our online students, they're at a distance, most of them. We do have some in the area, but most of them are far away. They can't come to campus, they can't knock on doors, they can't meet with their faculty members face to face, they can't go to the financial aid office, they may not know which office they have to go to. I think as coordinators, we provide them with that kind of one-stop shop. We might not always have the answers, but we can refer them to the people who do.
It wasn't an hourly employee that changed every semester, or an intern who was trying to answer these questions. It was somebody who was part of the system, who knew the professors, who understood the coursework, and was there to support me throughout with questions from the mundane to the important. All those things that you have when you go to class on a campus on a regular basis, where you can walk into the registrar office, or you can go to the professor during his office hours. Those aren't necessarily nearly as easy to navigate from 4,000, however far, 6,000 miles away on a tiny island. And so she was my lifeline.
I feel like I relate to them. I think they're always relieved to know that there is a path for them, that we can find a way for them to earn their degree. So I think that's the most rewarding.
Before I graduated, at some point a year or so before, and maybe sooner, they had there was a class called Chemistry Cooks, and so it was a chemistry life science class, but it was basically online and done mostly at home, and it was all in the kitchen. It was engaging, it was fun, it stretched me out of my comfort zone, it made me cook more.
So Chemistry Cooks, the notion is that people have in their kitchens materials that can be used to demonstrate the principles that you would teach in a gen ed science course. So we try to do it as much as possible within the context of recipes so that you don't waste the materials, and hopefully you get a good meal out of it. But it really is chemistry. We're more worried about doing the experiments and showing the principles than actually making a good whatever it is to eat. And the thought was it would be nice to be able to deliver a chemistry course to the poet or the businessman that wasn't all that painful, that at the end of it maybe they'd be able to walk away with it with the sense that there is something about chemistry that might be interesting and actually useful.
It not only was fun, I learned a lot, and actually, I've actually can attest that I have been a more regular cooker since then. My name is Jason Blake, and I'm a 2015 graduate from the University of Illinois Springfield.